Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Corey. As the disclaimer goes, I am not a financial advisor. Do not invest in what you are not willing to lose, and please do your own research. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my content. That's the easiest way to support my work. Now, without further ado, let's get into today's information on Ripple and XRP. As you can see right here, over the last couple of days, we have taken a nosedive, but clearly holding support right here on our main moving average line. Scary, definitely down more than 10 cents already in the last 2 weeks. And it took us a long time to get here, so it's very upsetting to see such a crash. But in the long run, we know that we've already invested in the future of our financial and digital economy, so there shouldn't be any worry. It just stinks watching these things take nosedives like this, but we all know what's happening, and don't feel bad because the entire crypto market is taking a nosedive. If you feel like you're the only one whose coin is getting crushed or token is getting crushed, you're a part of the token getting crushed digital economy today, so don't feel left out. We're all in this together. Even the people who are not in cryptocurrencies are getting smoked this week. We've got 1,000 points down on the Dow, not yesterday, but the day before, and we've also got another 870 something points down on the Dow yesterday. A massive cut, and we all know what this is for. This thing right here is what's causing panic in the markets. It's causing $1.7 trillion to simply disappear. It's wreaking havoc all over the world markets, and it's going to continue to, but we're not going to say what it is on the air because YouTube doesn't like when we say this word right here. So we're not going to say that. Donald Trump, CDC, and my administration are doing a great job of handling blank, including the very early closing of our borders to certain areas of the world. It was supposed by the Dems too soon, but turned out to be the correct decision. This seems to be a little bit of a message to try to get markets on a better trajectory, try to get the sentiment of what's happening back up a little bit. But that's all we're going to do to talk about this. I want to go into some things that are happening with Ripple. Ripple's partner MoneyGram is set to integrate RippleNet for account-to-account transfers this year. So you'll be able to send money between accounts via RippleNet's XRP ecosystem through MoneyGram. And to confirm this, we've got Green Eggs and Ham at Ham Eggs and Sam. In regards to RippleNet-enabled account-to-account transfers coming in 2020, announced by @WAlexHolmes on Q4 earnings call, can at MoneyGram or at Camilla Chatil tell us, are you targeting corporate treasury payments, or bank-to-bank settlement, or both? And MoneyGram came in and replied to both. Sam IM came and asked another question, but we're still waiting on the answer for that. Maybe he went a little bit too deep, but it was talked about it was mentioned in the Q4 earnings call. So we're still waiting on a little bit of an answer for that. Ripple to significantly improve cross-border payments in South Korea with these partnerships. So Ripple is partnering with Centbee, HandPass, and Wire Barley, three payment processing companies inside of South Korea. And as we know, South Korea, they were responsible for the numbers that came out of the 2017 bull run. So if there's anything to tell from the liquidity that's coming out of South Korea in terms of the crypto markets, we know that there's massive moves coming in, especially if Ripple is taking the time to form 3 separate major partnerships within the country. Okay, China's central bank to destroy banknotes from the blank that hits sectors. Every time I say blank, let's just say that I'm referring to that sickness that we're not allowed to talk about. But all of these things, we're trying to figure out what is going to cause financial markets to look harder, deeper, and faster into the cryptocurrency market, when we're going to start going mainstream, when we're going to start seeing use cases for all of these things. And it's a matter of how to implement it, and why we don't need fiat, and why people are going to be more comfortable paying with cryptocurrency as opposed to paying with their fiat dollar. And a lot of the speculation that's going around is that in order to make that switch, you have to force that switch. So you have to force people out of using fiat currency into using the cryptocurrency. And one of the ways that they're doing that is to say that, and money generally is dirty. If you've ever looked up, look up some facts on the paper dollar and figure out what kind of stuff is left on it after it's been through the hands of thousands of people and then wound up in your wallet. Well, paper currency collected from hospitals and buses in China, among those targeted by the People's Bank of China on public health push. Other notes will be disinfected and stored for 14 days before going back into circulations. What they're trying to do is destroy those banknotes because they may contain traces of this thing. And in order to get rid of it, they got to get rid of the banknotes, burn them, trash them, whatever. And if you take that sentiment and you put it into a marketing perspective, what you're going to do is you're going to tell people that a safer way to move money around the world is to use digital currencies because you're preventing outbreaks, you're preventing problematic health issues globally if you stop spreading paper bills around, because paper bills contain some of the, there's some of the dirtiest things that you can put in your hand. So let's be prepared for the news coming out and figure out who's coming on board with, formulating their own digital currency. Canada's central bank issues contingency plan for retail digital currency. So what they're calling all of these, and this is not the first bank to think about this, we know that the People's Republic of China, the China-controlled party, they're coming out with their own digital currency. It's the digital yuan. These are called CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, and they're issuing them, or at least coming into researching them, all over the globe. Bank of Canada is another one. I've heard that the Bank of England is thinking about one. JP Morgan Chase already has one, and they have stated the Fed coin is also a token that may be in the works. JP Morgan stated in an article that if the Fed decides to come out with their own token, they're going to drop the JP Morgan token. But as you can see, there are a lot of people or a lot of companies and governments that are heavily researching coming out with their own CBDC, and hopefully that works out, because what we're going to need is a rail to move all of these different currencies quickly, and that's where we come out with XRP. XRP being the railway system to transfer any kind of digital token or currency across the network. European Parliament challenges the ECB on green credentials and crypto regulation. This is another story that's been coming out a lot. It's basically talking about the climate and all of the new measures that are being implemented in order to keep us thinking green and keep us thinking about climate change, and making sure that what we're thinking about in terms of our future isn't going to add or do any extra damage to what we've already caused. This being a big priority when it comes as a difference between XRP and Bitcoin, since Bitcoin uses as much energy as a small country every single day in order to just keep itself running, whereas XRP, in order to keep the world running, needs as much power as, $100 a month on a server inside of your own house. So I've done videos on that in the past, but this is just another article coming out and saying, there are concerns with the climate, and it's another way of attacking the Bitcoin system. So if you've been on board and you're like me and you think that XRP is the one that's going to be used to liquidate, or not liquidate, to bring liquidity to financial markets and to provide that railway system for fast and easy and efficient transfers of money between countries, then you can see where they're taking these articles in order to bash Bitcoin because it's slower, because it's not as friendly on the environment, because it causes so much use of energy and time and money, and it's just not something that we're focused. That's not the direction that we're focused on. So the direction that we're focused on is clean energy, and Bitcoin isn't providing that anymore. So it looks like they're trying to change the view slowly back onto a more efficient crypto such as XRP. All right, we got Joel Katz coming out here. This is David Schwartz on Twitter. He's at Joel Katz. He just has a message for us. I thought I would play this. This was at 3:36 a.m. February 26, 2020, from your iPhone on Twitter or from an
Original architects of the XRP ledgers. Giving a shout out to my fellow Kryptoneras. I've been doing this for about 8 years now, and it's changed a lot. And I think great things are coming.
All right, there you go. So even David Schwartz saying he's been in this for about 8 years now, and he can see the future is on the horizon. We are coming into some great things. So hopefully that plays true for us in terms of price to the upside. And that's all I got for today. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my video, and I know it was short and sweet, and we're going to be trying to get back on top and coming out with more videos, each day, every other day. We'll see, depending on how the news comes out, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, thanks everybody. Have a good day.